G'day everyone, today we're making a video comparing these two barbecues. I've got an old school Weber here, plus I've got a Jumbuck cheapie from Bunnings. What we're going to see is which one cooks the best. So while we're getting some coals started, why don't you get a drink and then sit down and get ready to watch this video. Alrighty guys, so let's get started. In my two Webers, my two kettles I should say, I'm going to be cooking some pork ribs. I've got some just over here, if we have a look. They are some pork spare ribs and they've been marinated by the butcher. I got these from Claytons Quality Meat in South Perth. If you want some good meat, go see him, or he has another shop in Belmont for him called Tender West Meats. Specialises in a lot of barbecue cuts. Now, to have a test, what I'm going to do is have both of these Webers open full vents, both these kettles, sorry, full vents open top and bottom. And what I'll do is I'll stick my instant probe thermometer into the top of each one so we can get a consistent temperature check, because what we want to see is, do these cook better? Now, just generally they're both pretty much the same height. The lids are roughly the same weight as well, same weight I mean, both of them. So I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. Weber has got obviously the name in barbecue, so we'll see how Bunnings copy goes. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm using these HeatBeads, they're coconut shell ones. A couple of my mates use them as well. They do ash up a little bit, so I find that I have to come and sometimes jiggle the basket for the coals. So I'll continue to let these heat up and then we'll get some meat onto the grill. Alright, so change of plans. My Inkbird instant read meat thermometer isn't working, so what I'm going to use is this analog old trusty, but it only goes up to 190. I've put it into both barbecues and they went up to, I'm guessing if it was at 240 degrees Fahrenheit, 250, it would be about there. So I'm assuming that it's hot enough. So I'm going to add the meat and then we'll start our cook. Okay guys, so the plan for today's cook is I'm going to leave them on the grill. Hopefully I'll get to around 150 degrees, 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually wrap them in alfoil. I'm going to add some more barbecue sauce and some bits of butter, and then I'm going to wrap that and put it back on the grill to get them up to about 190 degrees. After that is cooked, I'll put them back onto the grill again just to dry them out because they're going to be quite juicy, and then that should be done. Now, some people would call this a 3-2-1 method. I'm not actually going to cook to the 3 hours, 2 hours and 1 hour. I'll cook to temperature and then we'll be able to see how it comes out. I've cooked ribs before in a similar fashion and I was pretty happy with the results. So let's see how these ones turn out. We'll also be able to see which one actually cooks better, whether it's going to be the Weber or the Jumbuck. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty similar, but we'll find out in a couple of hours. Alright guys, so it's about 40 minutes into the cook and I've come out to check the temperature. Just using the lid temperature on the Jumbuck, which is over the top of the charcoal bed, it's really hot. So what I've done is I've actually closed the vents on both lids down to just a little bit of a crack, just to try and cool the temperature down. What I'll do is quickly have a peek inside each one as well, and they're fairly cooking quite quick. So this will hopefully slow it down, and lifting the lid equally on both of them should let the same amount of heat out of each barbecue. But we'll come back in probably another hour to check the temperature, and I think they'll be pretty good to go by then. Alright, so it's been a while now. I'm just going to have a quick check of the temperature of this meat. Don't know if that's going to get in there. Still need to keep going. It's barely hitting probably 120, 130. I think maybe a bit too aggressive in closing the vents. I'll open them up again and maybe we'll go to half this time to try and get a bit more temperature in there. So I'll just do a bit of a comparison between the two just so you can see the difference between the barbecues. If we have a look at the Jumbuck, we've got this is the vents over here with 5 holes. They've got a metal and plastic handle across the top, and then also if we go down the bottom we can see it's got a ash jug, I guess you could say, with some sliding vents through it. I don't know if we can see that very well or not from that angle. It's a bit dark, but they it's where you do the vents. And if we have a look at the Weber, put the lid back on properly, you can see that it's got the 4-hole vents at the top. It's got a wooden handle on it, and then also if we look down the bottom, it's got the more traditional vent system with this slider and then a tray to catch the ash as it falls out the bottom. Now this is quite an old Weber, so I'm sure the new ones have some improvements made on this. I'm pretty sure that they've got the jug at the bottom like this one does, but as far as cooking performance goes, I don't think that kind of thing makes that much difference. Alright, so the ribs have been in there for long enough now. I'm just going to take them out and then we'll wrap them and then put them back in. Starting off quickly with the ones that were in the Weber. And we'll just put some butter on there. What I'll actually do is flip it over when it's, I'll move that down so we can see a bit better. That's better. There we go. First one done. These ones looking a bit more cooked than the other ones. There. I'll just do the last one quickly. Alright, so this is just some plain butter and Heinz smoky barbecue sauce. Alright, I'll leave it for another hour and then we'll come pull them out again. Alrighty, so we've had them cooking for a while now, so I'm going to unwrap them for the last bit. Let's open it up and have a look. And they're, oh, look at that, pretty juicy. So what we'll do And see, they got a good bend as well. Let's get this alfoil out so we can get that last cook. I can see the butter coming out. Yep. Alright, so these will be nearly done in another maybe half an hour. I'll have a look at the Weber ones quickly. I'll just turn that around and see if we can zoom in. Now I don't know how this one's going because I think we're nearly out of heat. Oh no, it's still got quite a bit in there, so close that up and we'll come back in about half an hour to see how they're finished. Alrighty, the time is up. Ribs are all finished, so let's pull them out and then we'll have a quick taste as well. Looks like the sauce has dried up nicely to a bit of a glaze, so they're a bit hard, but oh, that one's a bit better, less of a curve. See if I can get them in there this way. Might have to pull that one off. There we go. It's pretty tender, come off quite easy. Chuck that one in the top. Alright, so let's see how it goes with this last one. You can see the meat's pretty tender. You can just, I mean, it's still quite hot, but the bone came out pretty clean. Oh, it's too hot, should probably let it cool down, but I don't know if you can see that. Tastes good. Oh, you can taste that marinade as well. We're going to enjoy these later for dinner. But if there's anything else you want me to see cook, let us know. Any other questions or any suggestions, put them in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do, please. So you can keep track of all the videos when I make them. I am aiming to make more this year. Anyways, thanks for watching if you're still with us. I'll see you next time.